Imagine being trapped in a tiny, 24-foot fiberglass boat. Around you is nothing but the endless, dark abyss of the Pacific Ocean. You have no food, no water, and no motor. For most people, this is a death sentence that would end in a matter of days. But for Jose Salvador Alvarenga, this nightmare lasted for 438 days. Over 14 months completely alone at sea. He survived the freezing storms, starvation, and the terrifying depths of his own mind. Today, we uncover the exact psychological and physical limits he broke to stay alive, and the dark secret he had to carry with him. Our story begins in November 2012, in the small fishing village of Costa Azul, Mexico. Alvarenga, a seasoned fisherman, planned a routine 2-day deep-sea fishing trip. He was joined by an inexperienced 22-year-old crewmate named Ezequiel Cordoba. Despite warnings of an approaching massive storm, Alvarenga's ambition took over. They set sail. But within hours, the ocean unleashed its fury. Massive 15-foot waves crashed into their tiny boat. In a desperate attempt to survive the storm, they had to dump thousands of pounds of fresh fish into the ocean to stop the boat from sinking. And then, the absolute worst happened. Their single motor sputtered, choked, and died. They were now completely at the mercy of the ocean's currents. Days turned into weeks. The men were drifting thousands of miles away from any shipping lanes. Hunger set in, followed by severe dehydration. To survive, Alvarenga had to tap into raw, primal human instinct. He caught fish with his bare hands. When there was no rain, he was forced to drink the blood of sea turtles just to stay hydrated. But survival wasn't just physical. It was a brutal psychological war. The blazing sun burned their skin during the day, and the freezing winds tortured them at night. While Alvarenga's mind adapted to the horror, his young crewmate, Ezequiel, began to lose hope. After 4 months of drinking raw blood and eating rotten bird meat, Ezequiel's body and mind could take no more. He became violently ill and eventually stopped eating entirely. He made Alvarenga promise to tell his mother what happened, and shortly after, he passed away. Alvarenga was now completely alone. For days, he kept Ezequiel's body on the boat, hallucinating and talking to him just to keep his own sanity intact. When reality finally hit, he had to push his friend's body into the unforgiving ocean. For the next 10 months, Alvarenga fought isolation. He mapped the stars, imagined walking through cities, and refused to let the ocean break his spirit. On January 30th, 2014, 438 days after he left Mexico, Alvarenga saw something he thought was another hallucination. A tiny green dot on the horizon. It was land. His boat washed ashore on a remote atoll in the Marshall Islands, over 6,000 miles away from where he started. When locals found him, he was wearing nothing but torn underwear, his hair was matted, and he looked like a wild man from another century. Doctors were baffled. Logically, he should have been dead months ago. But Jose Alvarenga proved that the human limit is far beyond what science can explain. Alvarenga's journey is the longest recorded survival at sea in human history. It forces us to ask ourselves, if pushed to the absolute edge, what are you capable of? If you found this story of human endurance incredible, hit the subscribe button to join Human Limit. We bring you the most extreme and unbelievable survival stories every week. But Alvarenga's story isn't the only one that defies logic.